Hello, you gorgeous human being of the world. I'm Miss Bubbles and welcome to our first episode of a new series on the channel called Squishing the Backlog. Don't laugh at the name because the majority of you chose that one, so ain't my fault. The goal of this series is to push myself to play more games that I want to play. Sometimes life is a little bit too hectic, so I have you now to hold me accountable. And the thing about this series is that it's gonna be a shared experience. So in every episode, I want to know what you have been playing and also what you have completed. So without further ado, let's go! So let's start with the first game that I finished this year, and it's none other than Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I don't know what to say about this one. It was just a one-of-a-kind journey. Now, I know many of you hate the new formula that Ubisoft is following these days, but to me, I really dislike the older Assassin's Creed games. I recently tried the trilogy that they have on the Nintendo Switch, and man oh man, was it just frustrating. I was just climbing everywhere and I was like, no, this is not the game that I want. I just cannot play this one. But give me Odyssey, Origins, or Valhalla and I'll be playing for weeks non-stop. I just get so obsessed with the games, so that's why I really love this one. So in this entry, you play as Eivor. You can go with a male or female character and you can change your gender at any point in the game. And due to some story spoilers that we won't talk about, you move your settlement from Norway to the UK and you try to make a name for your Raven clan there. You have different story chapters to enjoy and each requires you to be at a certain level. And with these, not only will you be facing different shocking plot twists, but you also make decisions that will determine what ending you'll be getting. After I finished my game, I went to the famous internet. I was searching to make sure like what kind of ending I got. Turns out I got the good one. Thank goodness, because when I played Witcher 3, I got the bad one and I was so salty about it. So I'm so happy that I got the good one this time. But apart from the story, let's talk about the gameplay here. This is an open world RPG where, yes, a lot of you are gonna say it's oh so cluttered and there's distractions everywhere. Well, I like it, and I know a lot of people also like it as well, so that is one of the features that I really love about this gameplay. But let's keep going. In that world, there's so many different environments to discover, mysteries to see, and fun leveling up to do. Mysteries are these stories or side quests that you find take a little bit of your time, but are really fun to do. For example, you can be wandering around the world and then you find this guy just randomly in the world with his own family that refuses to take a bath. He was so stinky and acting weird, and you have to find a way to help him. There are a lot of mysteries for you to solve around the world. Some are funny like this one, others are just a little bit weird, others are maybe sad, but it's a good way to break yourself from the mainline story, which can drag a little bit at times. The added RPG elements gives us this beautiful skill tree that is so intimidating at first, but then lets you create the perfect character build that you want. You also have these powerful abilities to choose from that make battles so fun and engaging. But not only that, there are also several weapon types to try out, armor to upgrade, and runes to use, and I enjoyed trying all of these. Now on your way, you have this massive list of cult members that you need to take down one by one, and eventually leading up to the leader of them, and it was such a beautiful experience to reach that leader and just see who he actually was. Every time you kill one of these members, you'll go to this dark place where Odin is, and they tell you why they think they were right to join the cult. And you know, back then it was all about dying and then going to Valhalla. It was all about honor and being a good warrior, so the stories are very intriguing to see. Apart from that, you also need to take care of a settlement that you're taking care of. As I said, you are part of the Raven clan and you have to do raids to get resources, upgrade buildings, collect tattoos with parkour segments if you want to, and my favorite, flighting. According to Google, flighting is a contest consisting of the exchange of insults between two parties, often conducted in verse. These were so fun to see and they help increase your persuasion skills, so talk about shooting two birds in one stone. I really enjoyed my time with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I was playing it when I was very sick with COVID and it was such a beautiful experience for me. Yes, the story can drag on a little bit more than it should be, but if you treat it as a little bit of a Netflix series, I think you will find something enjoyable there, and I really recommend it to you if you're looking for an open world experience where you can just lose yourself for hours. hours. Now there is another game that I finished this year, but I'm gonna leave it for next time. So if you want to know what it is, then squish the like and subscribe buttons just like you are squishing your backlog, so I can see you again and you can see me again and we can share more experiences together. Maybe we can reach 60 likes on this video? Let's try. So there are a few games that I'm currently playing. So I'm someone who usually finds themselves playing multiple games right at the same time, because I'd be playing one game and then
Squirrel.
and then I'll play another one and then
Squirrel.
So I don't know if I'm the only one, let me know down in the comment section, but let me tell you about the different games that I'm playing right now. So the first game that I've been enjoying, and that's thanks to Taylor from the gaming shelf, is called Sakura Wars. This one is offering me the perfect blend of visual novel and gameplay mechanics that is keeping me hooked. I've been looking for a game that combines the visual novel aspect with some gameplay mechanics at the same time, and I haven't found any until I tried this one. So if you're like me and you're looking for a similar experience, then definitely check out Sakura Wars, and let me tell you why. In Sakura Wars, you play as Kamiyama, an Imperial Japanese Navy officer where, to your shock, you are sent to become the captain of an all-female flower division at the Grand Imperial Theater. And this all happens as demons are starting to take over the city. Now, the theater has lost its reputation a long time ago, and you need to help them win the Combat Review World Games to make a better name for themselves and also fight against these demons. The girls are such a blast to meet. They are all so different and quirky, and they have their different personalities. Some are easy to open up to you, while others are a little bit difficult and a little bit crazy, but it's been such a fun experience to get to know them and learn more about them. Now, to get to know them, you have lots of dialogue sequences and choices to make. For example, a girl can ask you something or say something, and you have to be very quick to answer. But the thing is, you'll never know how that answer will come out, and it may or may not have a good or bad impact. And if you're wondering, no, there is no English dub here, so this made it a little bit difficult for me because I had to keep staring at the dialogue so I understand what is happening. Sometimes I just like to maybe look at the wall for 1 second, but in here you can't. You have to be very careful because the lips system that is used here, which requires you to make a choice, can come up at any second, so you have to be laser focused to not miss out on what's happening. Now, as I said, some of the answers that you choose will result in a very different situation or scenario than what you had in mind, but that's one of the shortcomings in my opinion about this game. As for the combat side of things, it's all about being in these robot suits, and it's like mechs, and it's so fun and fast and engaging, and I had a blast with this combat system. Every character has different abilities, and you can sometimes switch between them, and it's very interesting to see what combos you can create. I found myself always looking forward to the combat and seeing what I can learn next. You can even run on walls to figure out how to traverse the combat field. Now, the world is not open at all here, and I think this is a good thing, and this is coming from someone who loves open world games. Basically, you access a few places from your phone, and they are all pretty small. In my opinion, it is the best idea here to keep the world small, because the whole point of this game is to spend time with the girls in the theater, not roaming around in the world. You're trying to form better relationships, grow stronger on the battlefield, and also discover yourself and the challenges that these girls are having. I really like the stories that are shared and the plot twists. You really can never know what will happen next. And there's also a lot of humor thrown in there, so you will see your emotions just moving from shock to cuddly and cute to laughter and then all seriousness. One time I found myself stumbling across one of the girls' bathrooms, and I really did not mean to be there. I swear I did not know that that was their bathroom, and I got called a bunch of names. It was, as I said, some things will happen that you did not mean for them to happen. So if you're looking for a fun, action-packed visual novel, definitely check out Sakura Wars. And if you've played it, because I think this is definitely a hidden gem, then please let me know what's your experience with it. Now, whenever I have different RPG experiences happening all at the same time, I like to get something called a mindless game to just play whenever I really don't want to think. And for the time being, that one is Torchlight 2. I'm trying to finish it, and it's a really good one, and I'm gonna let you know all about it. Now, I have this one on PC, and I know you can mod it there and even make it better than what it actually is, but I've been playing it on my Nintendo Switch, and it's been a blast. This is very close to Diablo 3, so if you played that one, you kind kind of know what kind of playstyle you're in for. This is an award-winning action RPG that is all about dungeon crawling and hacking and slashing your way through hordes of enemies. Now you have 4 different classes to choose from and can choose to be either a male or female, and you also get a pet companion to fight with you, which is absolutely adorable in my opinion. I of course went with a dog, and can you guess what I named him? Teddy. Yes, of course, Teddy, because who else exists in the world other than King Teddy Bougie? The game lets you explore an open world, and there's the sense of satisfaction as you traverse the map and open up more areas and find chests with good loot to have. The world is full of monsters and unknown phenomena happening, and you're trying to discover what's happening here. To me, I really don't care about the story much. All I care about is kicking some booty, and I just have fun exploring the different weapons that I can get, the different skills I can enhance, and going from dungeon to dungeon beating bosses. The gameplay is straightforward. You can go back to town if you want to sell your loot, and I was doing that quite a lot because I love hoarding loot in all games, so I had to keep going back to the town, selling the stuff that I had, getting some cash, upgrading my weapons, and then going back to the combat field. This game is full of fun times. It's leveling up consistently, getting points, and being able to make whatever build you want, and challenging yourself to the increasingly difficult bosses. The one thing I wish we have is a dodge mechanic. I think you only get that with a certain class. Don't quote me on this one, but I'm sure my character was never able to dodge. I know you can also play with friends, but to me this is a solo experience that I needed for when I just wanted some mindless gaming sessions. So if you're like me, you're jumping from RPG to RPG and just want to chill for a little bit and just do some mindless shooting of monsters, then definitely check out Torchlight 2. Now that Rune Factory 5 has been out for I think a week by now as you are seeing this video, I know a lot of you are finally getting into it, and I'm still playing it and having a good time. Now after I finished the video, I finally got the chance to really relax and play this game at my own pace, and my opinion about it did not change. If anything, I love it even more. I'm slowly leveling up my character, I'm building my friendships, I'm taming monsters, and making the experience my own. And in my video, a lot of people are just concerned about the graphics. To me, I'm gonna say it did not hinder my playtime. Yes, there is pop-in here and there, yes, there are frame rate drops, but it never made me want to put down the game or get frustrated with it. And I'm sharing this game again in this video because I want to say the amount of positives that I got from this overwhelmingly outweighed the graphical hiccups. I will only judge Xseed games in the next entry after we learn how the sales go on this one, after they properly recover from the financial struggles that they have dealt with. So for the keyboard ninjas that were just attacking the comment section saying like, oh, she doesn't want to talk about the graphical problems, I did say this game is not for you if you do not tolerate some pop-in and some bad frame rate drops. But to me, again, it never hindered my experience, so I don't know why some people just want to force an opinion on you. If you're one of those people, you are never going to be able to force your opinion on me. I'm all for having a respectful conversation down in the comment section, but otherwise, don't even bother because you will be blocked and reported, and your comment will be just whoop, deleted. But enough about me. What are you playing, enjoying, completing, or planning on getting next? I'd love to know. Thank you to my Patreons for the support. Thank you for watching, and a special shout out to Justin and Faith for always going the extra mile. As always, stay bubbly, stay positive, and I'll see your gorgeous self in the next one. Bye!